Hello, viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to AVG News for a quick update or quick response to a few questions that have been asked by Zimbabweans who want to move from the Zimbabwe exemption permit to other mainstream South African permit. So today, the questions I'm going to answer are related to the relatives visa. We've had questions from people asking if they can qualify for a relatives visa if one of their parents holds a permanent residence permit in South Africa. They also inquired about what criteria they need to satisfy and what documents they will need to submit in order for them to qualify for the relatives visa. So I'm going to read through the requirements of this particular visa, and then on your own, without me giving you any recommendation or lack thereof, allow you to make the decision on your own on whether or not you do qualify for this kind of a visa and on whether or not you need to go forward and apply for it. But before I go on, I would like to once again invite you to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it, and make sure that it circulates so that it can address the concerns and answer the questions of many other people who may be in a situation like yours. So here is a relatives visa. It may be issued for the prescribed period by the Director General to a foreigner who is a member of the immediate family of a citizen or a permanent resident, provided that such citizen or permanent resident provides the prescribed financial assistance. So this is part of the requirement. Financial assurance, the financial assurance contemplated in section 18 bracket 1 of the act, this is the Immigration Act, shall be an amount per person and per month as determined from time to time by the minister by notice in the Gazette, to be proven by means of a current salary, advice, or a certified bank statement not older than 3 months at the time of application, provided that the financial assurance shall not be required where the South African citizen or permanent resident is a dependent child. The current amount determined by minister is 8,500 rands, which is per month, per person. Relatives visas are issued for a maximum period of 2 years at a time. So for you to apply for this, you need to go to any regional office of the Department of Home Affairs or your nearest South African embassy, mission, or consulate abroad. To apply, you must submit the following documents. So these are the documents that you need, provided you are not a child or a dependent of the person on whose visa or on whose permanent residence or citizenship you want to piggyback on. You need to provide a duly completed B1 1738 application form, a passport with at least one free page for a visa. The passport must be valid 30 days after end of the intended visit. A vaccination certificate if required by the Act. Payment of the prescribed fee not applicable for the spouse or dependent children of a South African citizen or permanent resident. A cash deposit equivalent value to a return or onward ticket not required for the spouse or dependent children of South African citizen or permanent resident. So if you are a spouse or dependent children or child rather of a South African citizen or a permanent resident, you don't require this cash deposit. A statement and or documentation confirming the purpose and duration of your visit and proof that you are an immediate family member of a South African citizen, permanent resident, a full birth certificate for children, a marriage certificate in the case of a spouse, and proof of kinship for others. A police clearance certificate from each country in which you resided for 12 months or longer since the age of 18 years. You also need a medical and radiology reports for yourself and all family members accompanying you. Pregnant women and children younger than 12 years need not submit these reports. You need proof of South African citizenship or permanent residence of the relative in South Africa in the form of an identity document or passport. You need proof availability of a minimum, you prove availability of a minimum of 8,500 per month per person for living expenses. This does not apply for a spouse or dependent minor of a child of a South African citizen or a permanent resident. The holder of a relative's visa may not conduct work. So now this clears you. If you apply for a resident visa, you can apply even if you're above the age of 18, but those requirements must be met and you will not be allowed to work in South Africa. So that is the huge disadvantage, because my belief is that those who apply to move from the ZEP, which allowed people to work, conduct business in South Africa, would therefore want to continue with this kind of lifestyle, with this kind of activity. So this resident visa does not allow you to apply, to conduct work in South Africa. So I hope that your questions have been answered. You've heard what is required and who can apply for this kind of visa, and the limitation of applying for a residence visa, for a relative's visa rather. So please continue to send us your questions. We'll respond to them as soon as possible. Also, do not forget to subscribe to this channel, to like this video, and to share it. Enjoy the rest of your day.